Ooh, it's zesty. Come on in, everyone. Good evening, gorgeous. Good evening, gorgeous. I'm just getting prepared. Oh, I had a day of it, kids. A day of it. But all I have to say is, good evening, gorgeous. And you only gotta know what you can do. Good morning, gorgeous. And you know you can and you do and you should. Marry Me, that was last episode's song. But I will. My neighbor upstairs stomping. Is Sheila upstairs now? There's always a damn problem in this building. I hear stomping. Does somebody hate my gorgeous voice? Good evening, gorgeous. And you only know when you can. Whatever. They're just mad. Come on in. Camilla Parker Bowles. That's right, I'm becoming the Sheila now. I hear somebody walking. I'm going upstairs and knock on that door and be like, hi, I know there's nothing that you can do, but I can hear you walking. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the Total Trash Live. Oh, listen, I didn't get a chance to do my nails. These are still New York roughed up, chipped up punk nails from when I went to New York. I love your leather bandana. Thank you, honey. I can smell you lying. Sheila should be grateful for the front row seat to the show. I agree. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, gorgeous. Good evening, gorgeous. So, come on in. We've got so much to cover. I'm going to give people a moment to find me, get to know me. Oh, I was running behind schedule today. I had to take my daughter, my cat Coco, to the vet. She's okay. She just had to get an annual checkup. But did you ever have to put a cat in a bag? Honey, try to put a cat in a bag with chipped fingernails. Screaming. I was walking to my car down the street because there's no parking in this building, and it just sounded like I had a baby in a bag, just screaming. Everyone's turning around thinking I've kidnapped a baby. And little do they know I have a daughter, another daughter, Lumina. Please welcome my sidekick to Total Trash Live, my daughter Lumina. She's still doing as great as ever. Actually, Lumina told me from her planet, they have tabloids there, and the big celebrity in her planet is the Kardashians. And that's why she left that planet. Little did she know, she can't get away from them, honey. Nobody can. Oh, come on in, everybody. Good evening, gorgeous. Speaking of Lumina, and speaking of my weekend, and also, welcome to Total Trash Live. This is the show where I'm going to give you all of the trash, celebrity dish topics, and I'm going to read you this week's tabloids. Good evening, gorgeous. Stewie Cruz looks great. Isn't Lumina getting bigger? Well, you know when they're from another planet, they grow so fast. I can't keep any shoes on her. She grows right out of them. Love her. Okay, now go play, honey. She's got a self-tape audition. Yeah, I'm a stage mother. I'm like Jade Barrymore, Drew Barrymore's mother. Get in there. Record it. Do it again. Take 2. Slate. Profile. Hello, Seattle. Come on in, everybody. So yeah, well, speaking of Lumina, this weekend I was just, giving myself a dermabrasion, as one does with this mechanism. And because I had some blackheads from New York, honey. I got to tell you about New York. New York chipped my fingernails, stole my money, lost my other glasses, and gave me blackheads. So I was using this mechanism, and next thing you know, I beat myself. I bruised myself. This thing left a big bruise here. I covered it with makeup. I left a big bruise. And the funny thing is, guess what this mechanism is called? Lumina. It's named after my daughter. So this mechanism was dermabrasion that's supposed to, give myself gorgeous, supple skin. Good evening, skin. Good morning, skin. Good evening, gorgeous. This thing bruised me, battered. I'm a battered mother. My daughter Coco battered me this afternoon when I tried to put her in a bag. And I guess, is Lumina, is that just a coincidence that my alien daughter is named Lumina and this mechanism that bruised me is Lumina? Is this all connected? Am I in the metaverse? Is this the metaverse? Welcome to the metaverse. Anyway, welcome, this is my co-host, Lumina, and she has this wonderful product called Lumina that will batter your face. So if you want to have that battered, mothered look, this is the product for you, Lumina. Lumina wants you to turn green. Honey, I am green with envy. So, that was my weekend. I battered myself with that mechanism, with this mechanism. And I just got back from New York City, and honey, I have a couple of things to say. Is New York, I thought New York is the city that doesn't sleep because, honey, she was sleepy. She was tired. I went there to go see some Broadway shows, the MJ musical and Tina Turner musical. I like classic theater. And after the show, honey, there was no restaurants to go eat at. I thought this was a city that doesn't sleep, but she was snoozing, honey. She was drowsy. And I had to go to the bodega and eat a chopped cheese sandwich or a bagel. And I'm lactose intolerant, so you know how this trip went. Where's Wendy? What is Lumina? Do old drag queens need it? Jackie, this is my daughter Lumina. It was gifted to me by a wonderful Total Trash Live viewer. And this is also called Lumina, not gifted to me. I gifted this to myself, and it does dermabrasion. But it sucked me too hard. It gave me a hickey. I'm in a relationship with it. This is the most action I've gotten. Other than, I want to thank Daniel in New York for getting me some, buying me lap dances when I was in New York. Thank you, Daniel. But this thing is, I don't know. I think we're all supposed to need, if you want to have that battered look, that Rihanna look, this is the mechanism for you. Oh, Lumina! She's trying to knock down this camera. I'm going to get to where's Wendy, because the question of the matter is, I think we all know where Wendy is. It's time for a Wendy update.
Or should we say, how you doing?
So Wendy's out there, but we'll get to the Wendy Williams missing in a minute. Hi, Clayton. We're going to get to all that in a second. I just got to let you know. I went to New York City, honey, and first of all, I tried to go and eat out, dine for one. Well, apparently New York City does not like when people dine for one, because every time I went to a restaurant, they stuck me at the bar on a stool. And I had to eat every dinner on a stool, and my ass hurt by the end of this trip. And not in a good way, because of the stool. I'm a tool. Good evening. Good evening, gorgeous. Good evening, gorgeous. So those stools are very uncomfortable to eat on. And they need a stool softener. Hi, Greg. Welcome to Total Trash Live. This is the show where I'm going to read tabloids and tell you about my trip to New York. Greg's in New York. Clayton's in New York. I didn't see them because I was very busy with Broadway and being seated alone at a bar instead of getting a table. But where I did get a table in New York, I got a table at one of the finest restaurants that you can eat at. I'm talking about Dallas BBQ. Have you guys been to Dallas BBQ? Has anybody watched here? Has anybody watching here been to Dallas BBQ? It is the finest of establishments in New York City because they will seat you at a table for one. And I had a honey-basted chicken, classic meal. Honey-basted chicken with french fries and a side of ranch. You've got to go to Dallas BBQ on 23rd Street because there's always a fight. So you get dinner and you get a theater. You get dinner and a show. You get dinner and a show. And luckily, when I was there, there was a fight at Dallas BBQ. There was this, a black man and a white woman, an interracial couple, and the black guy got up and started yelling at the white woman. And then he sat down, and then the white girl got up and she started yelling at him. So I don't know, they can only scream at each other when one's standing. And I thoroughly enjoyed it while I dipped my french fries in ranch. Yes, there's always fights at Dallas BBQ. Well, that's why I go to Dallas BBQ. I love Dallas BBQ. Oh.
That made me laugh. That's Halloween.
Oh. So I went to see some musicals. Oh, wait, it's 7 o'clock. Inside Edition's on, and then we'll get to the musicals.
Behind this paper towel dispenser is a hidden secret. And when it was opened, this was discovered. A shrine to, of all people, Danny DeVito. This is so
What?
weird. Turns out lots of other strange and stranger things have been found behind walls.
What?
Brian Hardig was renovating his Brooklyn brownstone when this came out.
We came up here during the demolition of the house, and we found this report card.
Oh, a
Basically
report
all
card?
involved.
Look at
A
the
ghost?
1950. In the same house, all this other vintage stuff and a bag.
We found this satchel underneath the refrigerator, which had all sorts of tools that belonged to a gentleman who ran the subway.
Well, you're...
And you'll never believe what this guy found behind this wall.
Initially, he was meowing a little bit.
Wait a minute. I want to get back to this wall.
Behind this paper towel dispenser is a hidden secret. And when it was opened, this was discovered. A shrine to, of all people, Danny DeVito.
Which one of you has a shrine of Danny DeVito in your wall, in your bathroom wall? I wonder what's in my wall. Do you think I have something in my wall? Have you guys ever looked in your walls? Who the hell has a shrine of Danny DeVito? I would have a shrine of Rhea Perlman. Who is keeping Danny DeVito behind their wall? That's what I want to know. I mean, Rhea Perlman, I can understand that, but Danny DeVito? They are monsters. Good morning, gorgeous. Ah, 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 ah. I do have a shrine of Michael Henry in my wall, and all the dolls are decapitated. I need a Laura Linney shrine. This isn't a vibrator. This gives me hickeys. It's the best. This is my longest relationship I've been in. Lumina. So let me just tell you, if anybody wants to go to New York, pack a lunch, because you can't get anything to eat after the show. But I went and saw the Michael Jackson musical and the Tina Turner musical, and the Michael Jackson musical I loved it. I saw it twice. They don't deal with the allegations, though, because it happens right before the allegations in 1993 when he's about to go on tour. But the numbers are great. The guy that plays Michael Jackson's really cute. What's wrong with sharing your bed? The nicest thing you could do is share your bed. And Michael could share his bed with me, the actor that plays Michael. Also, there was no Bubbles in the musical, and there was no Macaulay Culkin. Now, I am free to play either Bubbles or Macaulay Culkin. I would love to play Debbie Rowe, but she doesn't come until later. So I can be in MJ the sequel. This is the right time to discuss your Carol Channing shrine. We all have something behind our walls. After I'm done with all of this, I'm going to see what's behind my wall. It's probably a shrine to Camilla Parker Bowles. It's Bubbles, Mama. Bubbles. Don't work with children or animals. Well, that's why they don't have any in that Michael Jackson show. Oh, well, that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of musical would you like to see next? Michael said Kathy Hilton or LaToya. Oh, no, you want Kathy Hilton or LaToya in the musical. They weren't in the musical. But what celebrity would you like to see as a musical next? We've had Princess Diana the musical, which I saw, and it was absolutely bonkers, and I loved it. I heard we're about to have Britney Spears the musical. What about Jamie Lynn Spears the musical? The horror musical. We found a clump of human hair behind our wall. Oh my God. Is that maybe it was Wendy Williams' wig? Of course, Wendy Williams the musical. Wendy the Spectacular. Ooh, excuse me. I'm burping like Wendy. Wendy Williams the musical, I would be here for that. Montel Williams the musical. These are all wonderful ideas. Lamb Chop the musical, Thomason Twins the musical. I'm here for all of it. Wendy Williams the musical. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And then she's like, everyone like does choreography where they're about to faint in Statue of Liberty outfits. Jean Benet the musical. Jackie, now you're talking. Jeffrey Dahmer the musical. I mean, this could just go on and on. Well, they should have like the whole, instead of restaurant row in New York, they should have victims row. And it's just a bunch of musicals of our favorite victims of all time. Tiny Tim the musical, Jessie Live the musical, Jessie Smollett. Well, that brings me back to another thing. Did you guys hear about Jessie Smollett? Honey. Apparently there was a problem with one of the jurors in her trial, and she wants the child to be thrown out. Honey, this queen, she won't give up on this. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. I'm not mad that Jussie Smollett made up that he was gay bashed. I'm mad that he was so bad at the story he told. Okay? Like, you should have talked to me. I'm great at making up a lie. And I also gay bashed myself with this. You should have used this on your face, Jussie Smollett. Bruised yourself. You didn't do it right. Now Jussie Smollett wants the whole trial thrown out. Honey, throw her out. Oh, that whole situation gets me so mad. Do I have Jussie Smollett's shrine behind my wall? Yes, I do. Also, when I was in New York, have you guys ever been to this place called the Townhouse? So when I was in New York, I wanted to have a very Upper East Side, upper echelon, rich time. I didn't want to go below 42nd Street. And I went to this place called the Townhouse, which is like older piano bar, gay bar, club, townhouse. Well, honey, they did not like me in there. First of all, I showed up with a beret on with a key pin on it, and they made me take the beret off. Isn't this supposed to be upper echelon? They were not friendly to me. The Townhouse is tacky. Okay, and I'm going to leave a bad review. I'm going to call the manager. Oh, you better believe I'm a Karen. And I'm going to say that you made me take my beret off. You live near the Townhouse? Well, that's a nice area of town. That's where Sonia lives, from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I went outside, or New York. I went outside of her apartment in her townhouse that she can't sell and screamed at them. I'm not young enough and not old rich enough. That's exactly it, Jackie. When I was in the Townhouse, I was like this. They couldn't tell how old I was, and you know what? Neither can I. They couldn't tell what I was. They didn't know if I was one of the whores or one of the old people. So I was just invisible. I couldn't get a table for one in New York, and I couldn't even get accepted by old gay men. Good evening, gorgeous. Real Housewives, the musical. Ugh. Now, Britney Spears is, she just sold a book for $15 million. Now, what do we want to know? What do we want to know about Britney Spears? What do we want her to reveal in this book? I want her to tell us about how she hates Christina Aguilera. I want to hear about how she hates Christina Aguilera because in the last show, in the tabloids, they talked about Britney wants to spear Christina. She hates her. And I want to know exactly what Christina did to Britney, because you know Christina did something to her. What revelations do you want revealed in this book? Townhouse the musical? That's it, honey. Table for one? Always, but they stick you at the bar with a horrible, uncomfortable stool on your ass. What do we want to have Britney Spears reveal? How she can spin without getting dizzy? Why is that makeup so crazy around her eyes? What's really going on with that Britney Spears weave? Inquiring minds want to know. Christina can sing, that's why. And just like that, it's a musical. Oh, that should be a musical. Addy, 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 addy. Megan, listen, we've got to get to these tabloids because it's almost 7:30 and I'm exhausted from my day today. I didn't even have a chance to do my nails. I'm exhausted from, I had to take my cat to the vet. And did you ever try to put a cat in a bag? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Spin right around, bitch. That's why I want to know, how does Britney spin without getting dizzy? This is, I want to let everybody know that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry won the President's Award this weekend at the NAACP Award for all of their work. I don't know what they do. Hide. They hide all the time. They're hiding. It's very hard to hide. I mean, I wish I like to hide. Is anybody looking for me? Who's looking for this woman? Look at her. She's going to be the new queen, everybody, and she's evil. The queen said that Camilla can be the next queen. And we've got to get to these stories. This is important to me. And then I'm going to find out what's inside my wall. The Queen Camilla's vicious revenge takes away royal jewels, slashes cash allowances, imposes humiliating rules. What does she impose? What are the rules? Look at her. Charles' cruel wife leaves Kate in tears, honey. She makes her cry. Now, this is the first time I've actually rooted for Camilla. I wanted her to harass and destroy that family. Honey, she just waited long enough, and now she's going to be the queen. Oh, yes. I finally have my way. Benedict Cumberbatch could play Camilla. He could play anything. Now, this is the thing. Spot the evil twin. Were these celebs look-alike separated at birth? Why is she evil? They think Mel B looks like Marisol Nichols. I don't even know who that is. Marisol Nichols? Who's that? Now, Tori Spelling wants to get bigger boobs. Her old breasts are out of date. Honey, they're 90210. Her breasts were from the 1992. Busty Tori Spelling, whose bizarre boobs have often been the butt of internet jokes, says she's going to replace her expired breast implants and make them even bigger. I got them when I was really young, and I didn't know that at a certain point there would be an expiration. I didn't know you have to do it again. Oops, I did it again. Honey, there's a lot of things she doesn't know. After needling two for many years, I'm finally addressing my expired and recalled implants, insisting she'll have surgeons blow her bust up even bigger. I'm doing it for Daddy. I did it for Daddy. Oh, here she is. Look. Oh my God. Off with their heads. She's gonna take these people out one by one. Yes, honey. Fill them with saline and not milk. New Queen Camilla setting old grudges. With her lifelong dream come true, gloating Camilla is gleefully settling old scores with the rival royals and ordinary folk. She's after ordinary folk too? After officially being declared England's next queen. Oh my God, she's mad. Cruel Camilla has already reduced Prince William's wife to tears on at least 2 occasions. At a family gathering, Camilla tore into Kate for not curtsying deep enough. Deeper! Deeper! I'm the queen, bitch! Deeper! She's so nasty. Camilla announced her intention to slash the royal budget. No more money. She also decreed Kate would no longer be allowed to borrow gems from crown jewels. Camilla demands the spotlight and never wants to be upstaged. She probably gave her COVID, knocked her out. She decided to make Camilla queen when she got dizzy. Of course I'm recording Inside Edition. Kate wept openly when she heard the decree. Oh, I just love her. Look at her. Oh, she's going to destroy them all. Yes, I took care of her and then... oh, hell the bitch. Oh, look at this, gorgeous. It illuminates wind chime just howling at you. Oh, gorgeous. She has a heart of gold and eyes like the devil. This baby breathes. She coos and has a heartbeat. When you're trying to sleep at night, you just hear this thumping. Bump, 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 bump. And that's just your baby. I pay good money to hear this baby's heartbeat. Oh, nude Lizzo living large. Now, I can't. Everybody should be proud of their body, but these just aren't sexy poses. Supersized songbird Lizzo has fired a new salvo at fat shamers by posting a new clip. Oh, honey, good for you. Kamala Harris, honey, she's mad. Why is everybody so mad? Oh no, Courtney zapped for zombie look. Cultural appropriation. The Friends alums' frozen faces getting shocked reactions. Then and now. Well, I think she looks good. Creepy Courtney Cox is being savage for her zombie-like appearance on a UK talk show. She's very aware of the snarky comments, but Courtney's her own worst enemy because she won't stop tampering with her features even though it's gone too far. Oh, it's Hollywood, honey. Look what I beat myself. I burned my face with this. Let her have fun. Look at her. She's in this issue too. Look. Queen Camilla is coming. She's coming for Harry. Honey, aren't we all? She's coming for him. I can't look at her. Now, these are the celebrities. They park in handicap parking spots. And they got caught. Spoiled celebs refuse to walk a few extra steps. Nicolette Sheridan, look at her. She parks in the handicap spot. Well, it's because that hat's so big. It's a problem. Rosie Huntington, Wheelie. I don't even know who that is, honey. That's Chris Pine parks in a handicap spot. Ugh. Justin Bieber, of course he does. Kendall Jenner does. Well, that whole family is mentally handicapped. Shia LaBeouf, he parks in handicap with a dog. Oh, Renee Zellweger, she can't walk. She still thinks she's Judy Garland, and she's parking drunk in handicap parking spots. Oh my God. Oh. Good Lord. Katie says amen to Chris. Devout Kathy Lee Gifford is praising reality TV queen Kris Jenner for having a spiritual side most people don't know about. A spiritual side? Honey, the only thing she prays to is money. And I don't blame her. But Kris Jenner sacrifices black men for money. The whole family does. Who's this? Can you identify the celebrity whose face we've squeezed and pulled into an unrecognizable image above? Whose face do you think this is? I was going to say it looks like Celine Dion or Adele. Where's the answer to this? Who is this? Solutions are on page 46. It's Anna Paquin. Oh, honey. Oh, look at Wendy. Gwen's going bald. Eyes hair plugs to fill in patches. Years of weekly lightening treatments have caught up with natural brunette Stefani, just a girl with a hair crisis. Eyes, hair plugs to fill in patches. Blonde rocker Gwen Stefani is facing the bald truth for her going platinum. Her hair's falling out. There are literally bald patches on her scalp from the coloring and heat styling. Oh no, honey. Well, that's the least of her problems. Wendy's missing and she's crying. Well, that's it. Now, I did do some research on Wendy Williams, on exactly where she is. So apparently, her show got canceled. And Sherry Shepherd is going to be the new host. And the rumor on the street is that Wendy Williams is going to get $1 million podcast. So she can just gossip from her home. And I say good for her. She doesn't have to bother with the wigs. She doesn't have to walk to that chair. She can just sit there like I'm doing. Except I'm on camera. Well, thank you so much for another edition of Total Trash Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just have this to say. Good evening, gorgeous. Me and Lumina, thank you for joining us. And I have a little tease. Lumina may be getting her own show. And if you want to join my Patreon, please do. It's in the link on my profile. You'll get exclusive podcast episodes and exclusive videos that you won't find anywhere else except in my Patreon or in my wall. We love you, gorgeous. But before I go, I want to know what's inside my wall. Will you join me? Oh my God. Who are you? What are you doing in here? Oh my God, I have a baby with jaundice in my wall. Good morning, gorgeous. Good evening, gorgeous. Goodbye, everybody.